Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jocelyn, and for today's topic, I'm going to provide you the latest travel restrictions in the Philippines. But before we get started, please like this video, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I always welcome new subscribers. There is now a new health screening for all international arriving passengers in the Philippines. First, there will be a thermal screening and also a visual check. The visual check will involve quick health safety assessment and inspection of any skin rashes or lesions on hands and arms. Passengers will be asked to roll up their sleeves. If a passenger showed symptoms, the Bureau of Quarantine will lead them to an exit separate from the other travelers. He or she will be brought to the Bureau of Quarantine clinic for a second look. A BOQ doctor will then decide if the passenger needs to be treated or cleared to go home. Aside from body temperature, the Bureau of Quarantine will check any skin rash on hands or arms. Fever and skin lesions are some of monkeypox virus symptoms. For those who are asking if Cebu, Philippines is accepting unvaccinated foreign nationals, some foreign nationals were able to get in unvaccinated. However, there are some foreign nationals who were denied entry. How unvaccinated foreigners are entering Philippines. Unvaccinated or partially vaccinated foreign spouses of Filipino or former Filipinos traveling together or not. Unvaccinated former Filipinos. Also unvaccinated foreign tourists were allowed entry. However, please remember that it will all depend on the airline and layover country if you have one. Also, you must have an accredited hotel for quarantine purposes and you must book for 6 nights. A lot of foreign nationals who are unvaccinated are entering Cebu. It has been the unofficial gateway for the unvaccinated. Fortunately, I was able to receive a reply. Unvaccinated foreign nationals are allowed to enter the Philippines. However, you must observe the current travel protocols when you arrive at Cebu Mactan Airport. You must book a hotel for quarantine purposes, and there are accredited hotels posted in their website. Many are asking, when will Philippines remove proof of vaccination for foreign nationals as an entry requirement? As of today, there is no official announcement from the Philippine government when proof of vaccination for foreign nationals will no longer be required. Now, who needs to be fully vaccinated to enter Philippines? Please take note that Filipinos and dual citizens can enter the Philippines unvaccinated. However, if Filipinos and dual citizens are unvaccinated, they will have to undergo 5 days facility-based quarantine and testing after arrival. Also, if you are vaccinated, if you are a Filipino or a dual citizen, you will no longer have to undergo facility-based quarantine but only have to self-monitor for 7 days if you are fully vaccinated. Who is considered fully vaccinated? You will be considered fully vaccinated more than or equal to 2 weeks after having received the second dose in a 2-dose series, or more than or equal to 2 weeks after having received a single-dose vaccine. Here are the acceptable COVID vaccines in the Philippines. If you are fully vaccinated, at least one booster shot is enough to waive pre-departure testing to travel in the Philippines. For booster shot shall refer to doses administered to a vaccinated population that has completed a primary vaccination series when with time vaccine effectiveness has fallen below a rate deemed sufficient in that population as indicated in the EUA or Emergency Use Authorization issued by the FDA. Only one booster shot is required for you to be exempted from the pre-departure negative test. However, please confirm with your airline if the booster shot need to be taken 14 days before your travel date. However, booster shot should be effective immediately, but please confirm with your airline so you can be exempted. For all Filipinos or foreign nationals, here are the exemptions for the pre-departure negative test. Those who are 18 years and above, who are fully vaccinated and received at least one booster shot. Also, 12 to 17 years of age who are fully vaccinated, but no booster shot is required. For 11 years and below, regardless of vaccination status, accompanied by parent who is fully vaccinated and with booster shot. Also, there will be no pre-departure negative test for children below 3 years old. So that means all children 2 years old and below do not need a negative pre-departure test. So these are the only ones exempted from pre-departure test. If you are a foreign tourist coming from the US, you don't need a visa because nationals of countries included under Executive Order number 408 and US is included from the specific list of countries, you will be given a 30 days visa-free stay in the Philippines. You don't need to pay for the visa and the visa will be granted to you upon arrival. Here are the rules for minor children. Booster shot is not required. Also, the foreign child must be a national of country included under Executive Order number 408 if you wanted to enter visa-free. For vaccinated minor 12 to 17 years, no pre-departure testing will be required. And for unvaccinated minor 12 to 17, negative test within 48 hours or antigen test. If unvaccinated, the parent must accompany child during quarantine. Also, if you're a foreign child, you must have a passport valid for at least 6 months. Foreign nationals who are tourists or possess a 9A visa, if you are 18 and above and with booster shot, you must be fully vaccinated. You must carry an acceptable proof of vaccination. Passport valid for 6 months, return or onward ticket not later than 30 days or depending on visa type. And you must register through the ONEHEALTHPASS within 72 hours prior to departure. If you're a foreign tourist or possess a 9A visa and you are 18 years and above but without booster shot, you must be fully vaccinated. You must carry an acceptable proof of vaccination. Also, you must have a passport valid for at least 6 months at the time of arrival. You must also have a return or onward ticket not later than 30 days or depending on the duration of visa, and you must have a negative RT-PCR test or negative antigen test. This is for those without booster shot. For all former Filipino citizens who are Balikbayans and you are traveling alone with booster shot 18 years and above, you must be fully vaccinated. You must possess an acceptable proof of vaccination. Also, you must have a valid passport for at least 6 months. If you have a foreign passport, you must register to the ONEHEALTHPASS within 72 hours. And no pre-departure testing is required because you already have a booster shot. For former Filipino citizens traveling alone without booster shot and you are 18 and above, you must be fully vaccinated. Also, you must possess an acceptable proof of vaccination. In addition, you must have a passport valid for at least 6 months and must register to the ONEHEALTHPASS within 72 hours. You must also present a negative RT-PCR test or negative antigen test. If you are a Filipino citizen and you are 18 and above without booster shot, you must be fully vaccinated, must have proof of vaccination, must register to the ONEHEALTHPASS, and must have negative RT-PCR test or negative antigen test. If you are a foreign spouse traveling with Filipino or former Filipino without booster shot, you must be a country included under 408 for visa-free stay. You must be fully vaccinated. Also, you must possess an acceptable proof of vaccination. In addition, you must have a passport valid for at least 6 months at the time of arrival, and you must also have a ONEHEALTHPASS registration, and you must have a negative RT-PCR test or negative antigen test because you don't have a booster shot. If you have a booster shot, you don't need negative test prior to arrival in the Philippines. For all Filipinos or dual citizens who are unvaccinated, partially vaccinated, or the vaccination cannot be validated, you must present a negative RT-PCR test or a negative antigen test. Also, you must quarantine for 5 days, and you will be tested on the 5th day of your arrival, and you must continue home quarantine until the 14th day of your arrival. For those who are fully vaccinated, you are no longer required to observe facility-based quarantine but must monitor symptoms for 7 days. For parents who will be traveling with unvaccinated minor children and who needs to quarantine, what will be the protocols if your child has been found positive for COVID? Here are the latest rules for isolation and quarantine. Here are the latest COVID isolation rules in the Philippines for both vaccinated or fully vaccinated or partially vaccinated or unvaccinated. So there are 2 categories. First, quarantine if you are a close contact, 5 days for fully vaccinated and 14 days for partially vaccinated or unvaccinated. Please take note there will be strict observance of health protocols up to 14 days or monitoring up to 14 days. The rules are different if you are COVID positive and you must isolate. Here are the rules for fully vaccinated. First, you must undergo 7 days of isolation from onset of symptoms or positive test. If you are partially vaccinated or unvaccinated, it will be 10 days of isolation from onset of symptoms or positive test. If you have any other questions or comments, please post them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Again, thank you guys for supporting my channel, and if you haven't liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I always welcome new subscribers. I hope everyone is staying safe and have a great day.